Hey everybody, it's your friendly ex-police officer, Brian here. How you doing? Just wanted to let you know I did get out of the speeding ticket last week, so my methods do work. This is my second video in a series of many of how to, well, not how to, but to ask your friendly police officer, Brian, any question you want to ask. So I actually got a question that you'll read above this video from Elizabeth, who asked, what if I'm pulled over in a dark, secluded area by an unmarked police car? And that is an amazing question. And I know that Elizabeth is down in the South, and I remember a few years back that we had what was called the blue light rapist. Now, this guy had bought a light on the internet and stuck it on his dashboard, and it was pulling women over and raping them. Now, if you find yourself driving in a dark, secluded area, you got to ask yourself some questions. And when you see that light, you got to wonder, what did you do? Is your license registration up to date? Look at the vehicle. Like in California, they have to have a solid red light, but I know in the South it's just blue and white lights. So if you don't feel good about it, you don't feel comfortable, and if you know there's a well-lit area, a public area like a gas station coming up, go ahead and just signal in the mirror to the cop that you're going to go ahead and continue forward. And I would also call 911. If you're really worried and it doesn't feel right, call 911 and say, hey, my name is Brian, and I have a vehicle, an unmarked police car, I think, behind me with a light on, and I'm in a secluded area. I just want to make sure it's legitimate. And tell them your location, tell them your vehicle and what it is, and let them verify it. And just think, it's not wasting a 911 dispatcher's time, because if that is not a police officer, it's definitely an emergency, and it's always better to be safe than sorry. Now, if you do get pulled over and it's verified, or you get out in a well-lit area, and the officer should be identifiable with a badge or police on them somehow, it should be pretty clear to you. So constitutional law says that if an officer orders you out of a vehicle, you do have to get out, you do have to abide by his commands. But I want you to keep in your mind, let's flip the switch a little bit. That officer doesn't know who you are. He stopped you for a specific reason. Your vehicle could have been wanted, or your type of vehicle could have been wanted in a violent crime, and he's scared and nervous and doesn't know what he's going up to. So you got to keep that in mind. So if you are pulled over at night, turn on the interior lights, leave your hands on top of the steering wheel, and don't make any sudden movements. Help the situation. If you were speeding or you were doing something wrong, that's okay, but let's just not make the situation worse. That officer is doing a job, and he's stopping you for a specific reason. He has to have a reason to stop you, so keep that in mind. And keep in mind that the officer is doing his job, and he is human and has feelings too, or she does, and just go along with the program. You're not going to change anything significantly out in the field per se. You can always ask for a break if it's speeding or something, a warning or something like that, but you're not going to argue and get a not guilty out in the field. So just sign the ticket, as I said before, because you're just saying, I will appear in court on the date that's on the citation. Keep in mind that this officer is worried about what he's getting into. A lot of officers are killed on traffic stops. That's always a mentality that officers had. It's what I always had. They're coming up to the unknown, just like you have somebody unknown coming up to you. So just be polite, be cordial, and things will work out most likely. So Elizabeth, I hope that answered your questions. I've gotten so many emails about questions that I'm going to answer here in the near future, so please keep them coming, and watch for a new website to be launched here very soon. Thanks, and make it a great day.